I never thought I could have a worse year than 2013. You know, I've told the story before. Um, Now, I've talked about this a lot. Um, well, in the past and stuff, I've been trying to pay attention to my life, and I've been going to my trauma therapist, and I've been doing shadow work. Which, by the way, she's out full fucking force right now. You know, that toxic part of myself. I feel so bad. I feel like the worst wife in the world. No, I did not take it out on him. I took it out on his closet door downstairs. That wasn't cool, but I did not take it out on him. But I hate my life right now because I hate myself. So I know I'm rambling everywhere, but my emotions are everywhere because the year that we've had, with this stuff, I was talking about 2013, but I'll get back to that. You want to know when all this shit went down? The day I decided, fuck it, I'm going to get a job that pays a salary because fee for service is unsustainable, and I'm going to close my practice. A practice that I loved very much but could not sustain because I suck at budgeting. Not to mention everything else when it comes to numbers. So, the IRS did their thing, and of course, the taxes you have to pay, because if you have your own business, you pay taxes. And if you're not a rich fucking motherfucker, you have to pay even more taxes, right? So, because I was an idiot and didn't put money away every 3 months, basically, and I did not expect it to be as much as it was because I didn't even make that much money. $9,000, nine fucking $1,000 out of my husband's savings account that he worked really hard to save. I wanted to run in front of traffic that day. I was ready. I was like, oh my God. I just wanted to run in front of traffic. That's all I wanted to do because it's just another symbol of you're a fuck up, right? So, and it did hurt him because he really was, and he used the word disappointed. He really was disappointed that I just didn't put the money away because I'm an idiot. So basically after that, I'm like, fine, I'm going to get a good paying job. I'm going to get a good one, right? And I'm going to get it in what I love doing, which is what I studied 8 debt-inducing years, to be a licensed clinician, a mental health clinician, right? And what happens? I get a job. I get a job at this place. And I'm so happy. They're thinking it's going to be great. But no, everything that they said they were doing, they didn't do. First, there was the health insurance that was awesome before, and then they changed it to something that where I live, nobody fucking takes. To make matters worse, the place was saturated with so many clients, but you see, people are too busy worrying about the quota that the clients aren't getting the help they need. It was overwhelming. I had so many appointments. So my supervisor must have been glad when I quit, let me tell you. Because I talked to him a lot over this. And I told him that I will ask a lot of questions. I tell all of the people this, and I tell them, really, it will drive you nuts. I will, So what happened there was eventually I just had to quit that job because I couldn't deal with it. It was too much. I was barely spending time with my husband, like at all. Okay. And not just that, I had to now worry about this freaking quota, and that just gave me anxiety. It was bad anxiety, okay? Because they saturated you with clients, So what happened after that? I left the job. I got another job at a place. And you know what? My ex-boss was wonderful, and it really wasn't their fault because they really meant to really do good. They really meant to give me all of these referrals. I can't even blame it on them. Honestly, because it wasn't their fault that there was a big system that was hacked. United Healthcare got hacked. Everybody got hacked in that regard. And the credentials weren't happening. And everybody's like dispersed. All the clients I could have had. So I never really made it any more than maybe 13, 14, 15 clients, maybe. I was making barely anything. So I, tried to do the social media thing. But, everybody's doing the fucking social media thing. You don't make money off that unless you're gorgeous. And or you're this person that people want to listen to, Me, I'm just some plain looking, very awkward person. Okay, nobody wants to listen to that. People want to listen to people who are cute, who are all about like politics to the point of no return. I'm not going to lie. I do have a political page that nobody visits. Who, you know what I mean? It's never going to be that. It's never going to be good enough. So what happens after that? I end up finding the job that I had recently. And well, we know that was history. And I loved that position. I was excited because the salary was amazing. You know, I was like, holy shit, I've never made this much. Not just that, but I was sold. I was totally sold on I would have referrals. It didn't go that route. A lot of shit went down. And of course, you know, on my social media on YouTube, I talked about grief because I'm also an end-of-life doula. I talked about, you know, death with dignity, stuff like that, like death with dignity. And what happened was, you know, I had done a video in their computer room at the place that I was, which really, it looked like a plain computer room. You couldn't even really tell, but what gave it away was the lanyard, and I had forgotten to take it off. And, you know, after having this phone meeting about how they were going to change and amend my contract because now I had to be doing something else, fee for service instead of what I was doing, not making the salary I was going to hope to make, then I got terminated. That was that. And that sucked. And I'm pissed. I was pretty angry. And I know that person on the phone, they did not have to tell me why, because New York is an at-will state. They were doing me a courtesy, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to be thankful. I'm not going to feel very gratuitous and say thank you for that when I'm feeling betrayed at the end of the day, where I'm feeling that the bait and switch actually happened, and I'm feeling like this, you know? So, what happens? That's it. I lost my shit. I'm still losing it, actually. I think I broke my knuckle or something. I don't know. It'll happen. I'll find out what it is by tomorrow. It'll be worse by tomorrow. Didn't hit anybody. I did good with that. Unfortunately, my poor husband got to see the other side of me where I was punching the door. It was a terrible meltdown. I'm still going through it a little bit, which is why I'm talking my way through it. And I smoked the marijuana joint because fuck it. I needed it. But I just, now that I'm able to think, I don't have time to grieve this because finances have been total shit, and I thought this job would be the answer, and it should have been. And now it's back to square one. And I know that I cannot do what I used to do. I cannot do fee-for-service work anymore. I cannot depend on it. It is not a sustainable living for me. Other people can do it the way they do it, but me, not a sustainable living. Okay, I don't have that magical money to spend on advertising all the time and all this crap. I don't. And I don't have the capacity for it. I just don't. Okay, I just wanted to help clients and hopefully get paid nicely for it, you know. But I wasn't. What are you going to do? So now I have to find work where I get paid enough because I have a master's degree, but I don't want to do administrative work ever fucking again. I want to do something that I love. And what I love is this. I love being a clinician. I don't want to give that up, even though there are times I feel like I do. Like today, I felt like I wanted to throw it out the window. My next video, I'll talk about 2013.